in our Constitution, with emphasis to quality primary care, which can meet up to 90% of a child's health needs, and at a lower cost compared to curative care. In upholding the right of every child to education, Kenya has made tremendous progress in providing free primary and compulsory basic education. However, access to internet in schools remains a necessity to impart digital literacy to children, to prepare them for the workplace and the future of world of work. To address this, my government is working to connect all primary schools to the internet by 2030 through the GIGA partnership that has already provided internet access to 110 schools for the benefit of about 40,000 children. Further, to ensure our children succeed and compete globally, my government pledges to recruit more teachers to close the current teacher shortage gap of 116,000 within 2 financial years. This effort will go side by side with the government of the capacity of day secondary schools, thereby reducing reliance on boarding schools, which are beyond the means of many parents. This will guarantee access to quality 12 years of universal basic learning. My government will also continue to disburse the annual 400 million Kenya shillings presidential bursary funds to ensure the orphans and vulnerable children successfully complete their education. Ladies and gentlemen, children are among the vulnerable constituents of the population. As a government, we take cognizance of this. In this regard, a number of the initiatives that have been put in place, such as the Inua Jamii cash transfer programs, currently covering 1.2 million households with older persons, persons with severe disabilities, and orphans and vulnerable children. The National Improvement Nutrition and Health Education Program, administered to promote nutrition health for under 5s, benefiting 13,800 households. And finally, we have the Universal Child Benefits covering 8,300 households. Over the last 3 years, over 6,000 street children have been rescued and rehabilitated, with half of them being reintegrated to their facilities or to their families through the Street Families Rehabilitation Trust Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, approximately half of the children have faced at least one form of violence in their lives, as revealed by the 2019 National Violence Against the Child Survey Report. These forms of violence have far-reaching impact on the development and future of the children. We therefore have a duty to make children feel protected in their schools and communities. Consequently, the government developed the National Prevention and Response Plan on Violence Against Children, ensuring from the plan is the End Violence Against Children awareness campaign dubbed Stop It. Stop It. I call on all stakeholders to join the campaign to make our society safe for children. I urge you children and stakeholders to make use of the child protection services available in all sub-counties and the National Child Helpline 116, which is accessible 24 hours every week, to report any form of violence. We take cognizance of the benefits of technology in development. However, children have fallen victims to online abuse. On this, I wish to commend the Communications Authority of Kenya, together with other stakeholders, in ensuring that children and parents are sensitized on safe use of the internet. More needs to be done to manage online vices among children. I appreciate the gaps that exist and challenges that the children in conflict or contact with the law face as reflected in the status report on children of 2019 in the justice system. I therefore wish to urge the Standing Committee on the Administration of Justice for Children in Kenya to spearhead the implementation of the recommendations of the report. I further call on the Inspector General of Police to take immediate steps towards the realization of child-friendly holding facilities in all police stations and assign dedicated police officers to handle children matters as provided for in the Children's Act of 2022. Statistics show that approximately 45,000 children are living in over 845 charitable children's institutions across the country, while about 1,200 children live in 28 statutory institutions, while many more are living on the streets of urban centers across the country. Studies have shown that children thrive better in families and communities as they enjoy personalized care, love, attention, support, and opportunities to develop and flourish, which is deficient in institutional setups. In response to this situation, the government launched the Care Reform Strategy 2022 to 2032 to ensure that children are not held in institutions. The strategy also sets the ground for the institutionalization of children already admitted in the institutions and their reintegration back to families and communities. I call the stakeholders in the child protection sector services to hasten the implementation of this strategy. Child participation is an important pillar of the children's rights. The government will continue to strengthen the Kenya Children Assembly, a platform that affords children the opportunity to air their views and interact with policymakers and nurture their leadership capabilities. In attendance with us here today are the elected members of the Kenya Children Assembly, which include the child guest officiating this function together with me. I therefore urge the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection and the Ministry of Education to collaborate in facilitating regular Children Assembly fora to provide children more opportunities to express themselves and engage. As we observe the World Children's Day, it is not lost on us the devastating effects of the ongoing drought on our children and citizenry at large. Children continue to suffer from severe malnutrition, school dropout, and heightened child abuse incidences. I wish to reiterate the government commitment towards safeguarding the communities livelihoods, and continuation of schooling of the children in the affected areas. The ongoing drought is directly linked 2% by 2030. To do this, we have committed to long-term increase of our tree cover by planting 5 billion trees in the next 5 years. To hasten this plan, I wish to call upon the school-going children to be assisted to plant and maintain at least 10 trees each child per year. I therefore call upon partners to adopt a school and support the children to plant trees. Finally, to our beloved children, I urge you to always remember that you have unlimited potential. Never give up on your dreams. Since you can achieve all that you envision, you are our light, our future, and hope. I advise you to look at each other and protect each other. If you spot any kind of violence against the other child, whether online or physical, please call 116 or report to a trusted adult or police station. As we celebrate you today, we renew our commitment to protect your rights and freedoms. In the words of the former Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, and I quote, "Children are like buds in a garden and should be carefully and lovingly nurtured, as they are the future of the nation and the citizens of tomorrow. Let us all take this as our mission. Have fun, for this is your day. God bless our children. God bless Kenya." Thank you. So, before Zawadi and Omar come forward, I just want to say we have been educated and entertained by you guys. Well done.
Thank you.
Asante sana.
You have made us proud. And when I listened to, was it Miriam and the others ask a question, and she said she was in hospital primary school. As I stand here, I want to just mention that I was in your neighboring school. I was in Nairobi Primary School. Can you imagine? Not too far from Hospital Hill. But I know you have a bright future, and all shall be well. You have really represented the other children in our country very, very effectively today. And we know that with you where you are, Kenya is in safe hands. Thank you so much. God bless you all and all the stakeholders. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
A round of applause, again, a round of applause, a round of applause.
May I also advise the media that the presidential speech is going to be released to you online. It's on soft copy, so you shall get it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this speech.
Okay.